Welcome to SED 392, Content Strategies, Analysis, and Collaboration. You are encouraged to pause this video and follow along in your manual. We will discuss an overview of 392 as well as the key assignments for this course. The focus of SED 392 is to prepare teacher candidates to design and implement content-specific instructional plans, along with creating appropriate formative and summative assessments. Your knowledge of curriculum mapping and evidence-based practices will help you make accommodations and adaptations to meet the needs of your individual students and consider strategies for UDL and differentiation. In each of the three field-based courses, there are three categories that assess your knowledge of the course standards. Each course has an essential application category, which is the summative assessment for the entire course. The essential application for SED 392 is the EdTPA, which will be submitted in three separate parts. The essential application category represents 40% of your overall grade. The other two categories each represent 30% of your overall grade. EdTPA. The grade earned in this course is a compilation of your performance on the major essential application, which is the Teacher Performance Assessment, along with the related pre-plan forms. The EdTPA will be submitted in three parts, which will each have their own due dates. Please check the course calendars for the specific due dates of each task. Additionally, you will submit three instructional plans that evidence the development, implementation, and assessment that is evidenced by the cognition of teaching model. Finally, you will have 6 choice boards that will also be submitted in SED 392. This will evidence your knowledge of content strategies for science and social studies. There is an additional video resource that explains the criteria for each of the choice board activities. The EdTPA. As previously mentioned, the EdTPA is comprised of 3 separate tasks. Each of these tasks represents a cycle of effective teaching. In task 1, you will describe your plans for the learning segment and explain how your instruction is appropriate for the focus learner and the content you are teaching. You will choose one focus learner that will be the focus of your EdTPA learning segment. While there may be other learners in your learning segment, you will develop an in-depth case study of your focus learner and develop an instructional unit that considers plan supports that are necessary for your learner to achieve the learning goal. Before choosing a focus learner, please obtain permission from a parent or guardian. There are EdTPA permission forms on ReggieNet that you can share with your cooperating teacher and determine the best way to distribute these to parents and/or guardians. Your learning segment will consist of 5 days of instruction. Although the EdTPA handbook references having a 3 to 5 day learning segment, ISU requires that field-based candidates submit a 5-day learning segment to evidence your ability to plan a unit of instruction. Please note that this learning segment should not be observed by your supervisor, and you should not submit one of your 5 EdTPA plans for one of your graded instructional plans. In instruction task 2, you will demonstrate how you engage and support your focus learner's progress towards the learning goal. You will focus on the learning environment and how you have demonstrated respect and rapport with all the learners, as well as how you are connecting new learning to what the focus learner previously knew and the skills that they already had. You will video the lessons in your learning segment, and ultimately you'll choose 1 to 2 clips that total no more than 20 minutes. Before you record your video, ensure that you have the required permission from a parent or guardian of any learner and also any adult who may appear in the video recording. Please remember that this is just an overview of the EdTPA and we will discuss the specifications for each task more in depth as the semester progresses. In Assessment Task 3, you will analyze the focus learner's progress towards the learning goal as well as their use of the communication skill. Up next, Key Assignment Instructional Plans. The Instructional Plan section of SED 392 represents 30% of your overall grade. You are able to choose the plans that you submit, so please review the rubric and choose plans that you feel evidence the indicators described on the rubric. 3 instructional plans will be submitted in SED 392. There is a video that specifically outlines what should be included with each instructional plan submission. Please be mindful that the assignment will be open for 1 week, and you can submit your instructional plan at any point during the week prior to the due date. And the last key assignment, choice boards. 6 choice boards will also be submitted in SED 392 to evidence your knowledge of content strategies for science and social studies. The choice board category is worth 30% of your overall grade for 392. You will submit a total of 6 choice boards. 3 choice boards will focus on science and the other 3 on social studies standards. Please review the additional video resource that explains the criteria for each of the choice board activities. Questions. Please remember that this is just an overview of 392. We will continue to circle back on essential applications and instructional plans. We encourage you to continue to familiarize yourself with the language in the manual. The more you read it, the more it will sink in and start to make sense, we promise. If you have questions, we absolutely welcome you to join us for Rectangular Table the 30 minutes prior to our module start time. Thank you.